Radio's never-ending stories.
Hey, you're now tuned in to the two coolest laid-back cousins of the podcast industry. I am the king of calling off, a.k.a. the Thirst Trap King, b.k.a. give your woman the baby licks.
Shall we shag now or shall we shag later?
A.B.
And I'm the dopest square you can find. And the dopest square you can find. Small talk, what's the word?
This is episode 84.
84. Not 4, but 4.
Podcast Mondays, cuzzo. Bloods, Z-O.
What's the word?
How you doing?
Man, a little irritated, G.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
There we go.
I ain't gonna, man, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I think in 10 years, fast food joints gonna be gone.
Okay.
Like, if you think about it, every single fast food place you know of got now hiring on the building. Everyone.
That is a fact.
I don't know none that don't, but they always short staffed. They always closing early because they ran out of food. They ain't got enough staff. They ain't got enough people to come in for the next shift.
Yeah.
You know, and I just feel like the only one that's gonna last is probably Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, and that's only 2 chicken spots. Maybe Chipotle, but I feel like they all gonna be gone, man. Cause like no teenagers want to work there. I mean, they gotta raise the pay, which is that's why Chick-fil-A, because they pay like $17 an hour or some shit.
Is it?
Yeah. And they open almost every day but Sunday. So it's like
they gotta change that rule, dude.
What?
Come on,
Sunday?
man.
People be wanting on
Nigga
Sunday.
be wanting that motherfucking macaroni, bro.
I like the sauce, man. I definitely like the sauce, but I just feel like all these fast food joints is gonna be closed. Reason I said it because before I came here, man, I was trying to just get some regular Jack in the Box for the kids. 3 people in the line. I'm thinking in and out, nigga. No, I was in that motherfucker for 35 minutes. I could have left and went to another one, but I would have just dealt with the same shit because ain't nobody working there. Right. So I just sat in there. I'm like, dude, I'm just getting this. Like, why the hell am I in this line as long? Because they ain't got no people to work there. Gotcha. But yeah, other than that, man, I'm good, man. Living, breathing, all that good shit. What's going on with you, cuzzo? What's the word?
Oh man, look, I just took a little vacation, man. Got back from Houston.
Spring break.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Did you hit the beach?
No. Houston got a beach?
Yes, they do.
Where?
It's on the border, right there by the water.
Yeah, I never know.
They definitely got a beach.
I never make it that far.
Just to beat them buildings down, I always go there.
I never made it that far. I promise you, man. I really don't know how I made it home. But made it back to. I keep saying home. Made it back to the Airbnb, man.
You got fucked up,
man. I remember the strip club. That's how I remember. And I hate strip clubs, by the way. Only way if people know from years ago that follow me doing podcast Mondays. I love Star. Okay.
Star is a stripper.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I love her. I don't think she's in St. Louis no more. But anyway, I don't like strip clubs. I don't know how people eat chicken.
You spend a lot of money there?
No.
So you be throwing like $5, 5 ones, and just let it last the whole night?
I don't even do that, dude. I recycle.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I remember. Yeah, I remember that. I remember. I used to do that. You taught me all this shit. Like when we went to Soft Touch in St. Louis.
Yeah.
So I seen you had a post about Soft Touch.
I said Soft Touch is like the entry level to the strip career in St. Louis. Yeah.
I remember you told me, you was like, "Cuzzo, whatever you do not get them eye contact."
Don't, man, and you did.
I didn't. T.O. did.
That's what it was.
And
somebody did.
Somebody did. And when you told me, it stayed in my mind like, don't get them eye contact. So I did for a little bit, and then she looked up and I was like,
Yep.
I hope she ain't see me.
Yep.
I ain't got no money on me.
Yep. Yeah, boy. Hey,
but yeah,
I teach people how to recycle. Ain't that right, Preach?
Absolutely.
Welcome back, Preach.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. Right. Chicken and booty. I'm eating chicken in the club.
Hey, ain't a lot of chicken be good in the club.
I can't eat, man.
Chicken and booty.
Them niggas preaching, my other homies. My brothers, man, them niggas be eating chicken. I be just sitting there looking at y'all. Like, I can't eat nothing. I probably take that back. It was one night I was completely like wasted. I needed something.
Well, see, when people go to the strip club, be late, so chicken hits the spot like around that time.
I just can't.
I don't know what it is. If they change that grease regularly, I don't know what it is. That chicken be golden brown.
I can't fuck with it.
Shout out to any strip. What's the strip clubs we got in St. Louis? In case people don't know, you got Pink Slip still.
Save Onyx.
Save Onyx, right? Pink Slip gone. Pink Slip been gone. Shit.
Is it Onyx? There's the only one. Bottoms Up. They still got that.
Apparently
Bottoms Up still around.
They say it's still around.
Yeah.
Ain't the old one I remember.
It's a new strip club, Dog Pound.
Is that for white?
Is that new?
White
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, it's new, but I've never been.
Yeah. It was just PTs, boy. PTs just go down.
Man.
Any ever been to a white strip club?
Yeah. What was that one spot we was at?
They be like twirling and shit.
I've been all of that, man.
What was that one spot we was at? Right about the Oz? I can't remember.
I think it's PTs. I think it's called it's PTs.
But hey, it's like it reminds you like the movie Scarface.
Yeah, it does. Mirrors and everything.
Oh man, y'all know what we here for, man.
Yeah,
y'all know what we here for.
I don't know if y'all know.
Y'all probably heard it's been a week old now, so but
Yeah, man.
we got a different take on this shit, so adjust your ears. You hear me? You can get in. If you're on YouTube, make sure y'all check out the audio on our audio platforms. That's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Iheart, because we don't have it on the YouTube. Sorry.
Hey, they used to call him corny.
That was the big.
They used to call him corny.
Song in the country for a while.
It was, but I mean,
And it was kind of corny.
it wasn't corny though, man. He just didn't curse. That's all. He didn't curse.
And this is the era where everybody was gangster rapping and shit. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna speed this one up.
what's that Man in Black?
Hey, we gotta stop sleeping on Will Smith and how many number ones he
Hey,
had.
he got some hits.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Who will he go against in the verses, dude? That'll be funny.
That's a good question. Hold on.
Bow Wow.
It's the best song by far. Anthem.
Yeah, that's the classic right there, man. This is the type of song that make you feel good though, for real.
The thing about it is a lot of kids really didn't know that he rapped.
Nah, they just thought he was an actor.
But let's just play out.
Here it is.
And Will could actually spit.
Yeah, he can spit.
I be trying to.
I think him and LL will
Say
be a
it
good
later.
top 10 battle or some shit. Him and LL Cool J. Because he ain't cursed either in his career.
Did DJ Jada produce this?
Of course.
Yeah, that was his
But
number one.
I gotta move on.
Hit the switch on there.
Here we go.
Deserve.
If you're from St. Louis,
Later.
from St. Louis, you remember Saints?
Hey, they promoted all violence in these
This is
songs.
my man Will was saying. All right, let's
get to the nitty gritty.
Let's get to it. If you all didn't know, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows.
Oh, yeah, so we go now.
Will Smith smacks Chris Rock. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you all have the floor. First, I want you all to tell me, what was your reaction? Was it justified or was it not justified? And then we can talk about it a little bit, and that's it.
All right, I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
So I was chilling in bed watching Power. out of all things, Power Force. And then I looked on. I just be scrolling on Instagram for no damn reason, and I seen that clip. I seen the clip, right? The first clip didn't have the audio to it, where he was talking, you know, like cursing them out. I seen the slap, but I didn't see what happened after that. So I scrolled down some more, and I seen another clip. I'm like, God damn, what the hell happened? You know what I'm saying? And then I seen where, you know, Will got up, slapped him. You know, looked like he tried to hit him with all his might. You know, real smooth, and walk back off like smirking and shit. And then he said, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." All that, you know. So I'm like, okay, damn, this is hey. You know, for a minute, I'm thinking this shit ain't real because it's the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where actors come. You know what I'm saying? And then when I found out that Will Packer, shout out to Will Packer, black producer, was doing this, I'm like, no, I don't think he would. You know, this will be his first time being on the Oscars, doing something big like this. The Oscars was for the white people, straight up. Like, all these years, Samuel Jackson just got his fucking Oscar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how long he been in the game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Will Smith just got his Oscar. How long he been in the game? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so this was always for white people. So for it to be Will Packer doing it, I'm like, okay, nah, he ain't finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Not when on his time to shine. And then as well, I seen when he started cursing, and I seen it in his eyes, like they looked at real. You know what I'm saying? Like his eyes said, he had that look like where you like adjust your jaw, like, yeah, I said it, yeah, I just did that shit. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm like, yeah. And then I seen how Chris reacted when after he did it. He was like shocked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
he's still trying to process it.
Yeah, then he was stumbling over his words and shit. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that shit.
He knocked the words out of his mouth for a second.
Yeah, that shit was real.
And they was he's like, yeah, we're here to give a documentary.
No, but initially though, cause I was laughing. You know, it was funny. You know, the first 24 hours. The first 24 hours, I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing. I'm like, hey, I respect that shit. Yeah, like shut his fucking mouth up. You know what I'm saying? Right. But as you know, once that smoke cleared, you know, a little bit, you get a little, you know, a little sense of what's going on or what happened. Got a little deeper with it. You know what I'm saying? And it is like, okay, you protecting your wife, but it threw me off because he laughed first. You know what I'm saying? Then when he looked at her, you ain't see his face after he looked at her. You just seen him get up and walk. I was thinking, okay, this whole, like, he had a nice little walk to get there. At this point, at any point did it tell him, hey, I shouldn't do this? Like, cause he was walking like with your mind. You know, your mind tell you something as you approaching what you about to do. Like, this is the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? But then I looked at the clip again. He's called on Richard. Oh, look at Richard. That probably really made him slap him.
You know what Richard means? Richard
was from, you know, him acting as King Richard from the show.
You know what another term Richard means?
What?
Dick. Go ahead.
Damn, I ain't know that. But I think I mean I don't know if he was referring to that. I think he was there for
he was there both ways.
Yeah. He was there for the King Richard movie.
Definitely. So
he's like, oh, here's Richard. So that probably triggered him a little bit, you know. But it's we gonna get into it. But I just feel like, you know, after watching it, yes, of course, no, Will shouldn't have did that, of course, right? I can't say if I was him, but just you know, assessing the situation, I would say I would have got the same feel from Will if he just sat there and said, hey, stood up, all that, but not, you know, go up there, keep my name out your keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I would have got the same feel, like, damn, okay, you know what I'm saying? And I hate when people say, I want to say this real quick, I hate when people say don't do this in front of white folk, okay? Because that ain't got shit to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Like, I love white people, but stop saying that shit, man. We ain't gotta act like that in front of. Look, I actually am happy that it happened there. Reason being is because Oscars is like this fantasy. Like, it's all actors, it's these movies, you know, it's like this fantasy. This is the real fucking world. It's 2022. Real shit happened. So something real happened at the Oscars. So all the people that be like in their little shells, They like, oh, yes, yeah, we there. You know what I'm saying? Real shit happen when we there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was the only time that some people can get a slap of reality. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's more to it. I can go on forever, but you know, we can move on to the next person.
Well,
Preach, what you think?
For me, my initial reaction, I was actually watching it live.
I didn't watch it live.
I was sitting over there, I was watching it, and I really couldn't believe what I saw. But I know in the United States, ever since the Justin Timberlake, when he exposed Janet Jackson titty, I know in the United States, everything was like a 5 to 10 second delay. So when he did that, and then it completely went silent, that's what let me know it was real. And then subsequently, you watch the rest of the
Now, when you seen it live, did you rush to the phone and say, "Let me see if people talking about it"?
No,
or?
absolutely not.
See, that's type.
I seen it. It kind of.
This type of person, yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Like, wait a minute, let me see what Tony's saying right now.
No, it actually shocked the mess out of me. I'm like, but then it went. I'm like, man, did this just really just happen?
Right.
Yeah,
He just smacked the shit out this man on live. I was actually watching it live because like I'm invested in the movies. You know what I'm saying? AB will tell you that. Like I'm invested in the movie, so I watched it. So when it went silent like that, I'm like, this is real. Yeah. This is real. And then a part of me was like, you know what? These are the best actors on the planet.
Yeah, so it looked, something told you it was real for a second.
Then in hindsight, look at it like Will Packer did. Like I said, shout out to Will Packer, like you said.
Yeah.
He wouldn't set us up for a coon show like that. And then you subsequently look at the unedited video and all of that, like, yeah, this is real. See, for me, after several debates with several different people over the last couple of days, this situation is very multifaceted. And I was able to look at it from a bunch of different sides of it. And everybody's side is justified. Everybody has a point. It all depends on which way you look at it. The only one thing that I don't agree with everybody is that the premise that because you don't agree with what Will did, you're the type of person who won't protect the woman that you with. And I kind of let social media get to me a little bit with that. Some of the comments, some of the slick statuses and all of that type of stuff. I was like, look, you know what? I think any kind of stand-up man, black, white, indifferent, whatever you are, especially us as black men, any woman that's within our presence that we mess with, they're going to be protected. I'm not going to let nobody disrespect anybody with us. You know what I'm saying? With all that type of stuff. So it's a bunch of different multi-faceted levels within this. There's the sense of he was protecting his wife. That's also the angle of there was the snapping point, like how much you gonna take. And Chris Rock did end up being a sacrificial lamb. I understand that as well. There's also the facet of Jada Pinkett was supposed to protect him. That's the facet of he was this wrong, that he should be ridiculed. So I think we all can agree on all our different points. So for me, my perspective of it personally, I don't think it had anything to do with him protecting his wife. I think that's a given. I think it had something to do with that was just his last straw, his last breaking point. Like I said, he's been the poster boy for male emasculation. He's been embarrassed in public. Throughout his career, he's been called soft. He's been called all types of stuff. And that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. And Chris Rock took a smack for all of that. So I guess just my opinion on the situation is like, he shouldn't be judged by his worst moment. Was he wrong? Absolutely. He became the third black man to ever win an Oscar, Academy Award. And that's not even the thing we're talking about.
No, it was definitely overshadowed.
Well,
so I think
hand clap for that. Definitely hand clap for that, because we do need to talk about that more than just this crap.
so. Absolutely, man. That man put on an acting performance for the ages.
And he has a lot of good movies, and you know, he had some movies that didn't do well. But I always thought Will, like, is always one of those like top actors. You know, when you talk about, you know, even people like Jamie Foxx, anybody that came from like music, like him and Ice Cube and people like that. Like we always put, we say Denzel, we say Will Smith, we say, Samuel Jackson, people like that, and he's a legend. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because it happened to Chris Rock, who is also a comedy legend. But I felt like it was more, like you say, I felt like it was something deeper than just getting up for her. You know what I'm saying? Like it was something either between him and the world or him and Chris, or both. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. Think about it, 2016, man. 2016, they was boycotting. Black actors was boycotting the Oscars, and people was mad because Chris Rock ended up hosting it, and they told him don't. But he want to get his bag. You know what I'm saying? And then at that Oscar moment he talked about Will and Jada, because they didn't want to do it. So he made a little comment about, they didn't want to be here, but they wasn't even invited. They wasn't going to even be invited. Not verbatim, but that's what he's basically saying, that they wasn't going to be invited anyway. So that could have rubbed in for both of them. That could have rubbed in the wrong way. Think about when he said something to her. I don't know about the beginning. Like, I ain't see the whole thing, if he made jokes on him earlier in the show. But that one, I feel like, the her situation, ain't no telling what he dealt with at home with her with her alopecia?
Alopecia.
Ain't no telling what they deal with at home with that. You know what I'm saying? She had her hair short for a long time. I mean, but it's bald, it's like almost bald now. But I feel like, that I don't feel like that's what really triggered it. Like you say, it's some deeper shit, and we're gonna get into that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And before we get into that, it's my last comment on Small Talk. Like what you said was, when I saw it live, it wasn't a visceral reaction. Mm-hmm. It wasn't one that was right away. He laughed at it.
Yeah.
And then he looked at Jada, and then he felt like he had to defend. So that right there lets me know it was something deeper. It was something that, I can't be the ridicule. I can't be this. I have to go do something. And Will Smith has never shown that in his history. So that's why I'm saying there's a lot of people, I think we've all been around men, like a man can't even look at this woman wrong or say something to him, period, and they just react right away. It wasn't a visceral reaction. He didn't take it right away as disrespect. He laughed at it the first, then he looked at her, and then he reacted. He felt like he had to do something that's not in his character. Oh, what he's been shown. I don't know the man personally. None of us do. Mm-hmm. But it's not his character. It's not what he's been shown. So that's why I believe
he always was a class act.
I think it was something deeper like that.
But in his books, I didn't read the book, but I heard about it. He really talked about how to get away from feeling uncomfortable or feeling disrespected. He just laughed it off. But like at this point, it was it. Yeah. He snapped, and I don't think it's it's like everybody ain't always okay. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Like, and I don't it's some people that's like, that was some clown ass shit. Like, he shouldn't have did all that, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, okay, he shouldn't have done it. You know what I'm saying? But why he do it? Why did he do it? You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to.
And I think so too. And I don't want to take all the time because I know AB wants to get in here as well.
No, go ahead. Do your thing.
However, right there, I think that's been the contentious point in our community right there. When you say that was some clown ass shit, mm-hmm. Like that shit could have so many different meanings for so many different people. Like, for me, when I say it was some clown ass shit, what I mean from my perspective is that it just wasn't the right place and time for that. And some of that, and we'll get into that later, some of that has something to do with Jada as well. Mm. And it's so deep. Like I said, at some point you can't control when somebody snaps and when they reach their breaking point and all of that type of stuff. But he's in the entertainment industry. That's his job. No difference if you were a car salesman and you was at a sales conference with other car salesmen around the country. You got to conduct yourself a certain way. You should conduct yourself a certain way. Now, emotions and mindset may not be able to dictate that. So I think that's what people mean when they say there was some clown ass shit. Like, this was the Oscars. This was your night. You won an Academy Award, and that's all we ever talking about. It's a smack.
Yeah, and so, I don't. Also added to that, like people were saying stuff like, he wouldn't do that to this person, he wouldn't do that to that person. Well, that person wasn't on the stage. Why y'all talk about that? It's just the internet, like trying to, have a little moment. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what about August? Would he done it to August? Well, he did it to a white comedian. Like, why does that even matter? That's not even the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we at this moment right now where it's Chris Rock. Yes, they probably got a pass, but they also worked together for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Even on Fresh Prince, he was on Fresh Prince back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They worked together before. And like you say, I think he was just a victim on that one. But yeah, what's up, Cuzzo?
Hey, you're now tuned in to the two coolest laid back Cuzzos of the podcast industry. I am AB.
And I'm Small Talking. This is
Podcast Mondays.
This podcast is for those who want to catch a good positive vibe. Hey, Cuzzo, what we be on, man?
Man, we talking about relationships, empowerment, black culture issues, and other topics people do not touch. Man, we here to keep it real.
100%. You can find us on Apple Podcasts,
YouTube, or wherever you can find your podcast. Y'all said everything. It's really not much for me to say. Not much for me to say for real, but I will say this though. Let me go to here real quick. I thought about something. What I had just going through my mind, like just because me and Preach had debates, and it got heated. Me and my boy Elgin, shouts out to him. We had a debate. It got kind of heated. I just want to know, our culture is completely fucked up. I'm gonna just be straight up honest with you all. We as a black culture, we down talk our black people in public. They as a white culture uplift their people in the public. How can we consider ourselves equal as one in this world if we criticize our black people in the public? We know when somebody is wrong, that's cool. But why are we arguing with each other and being divided in the public? When that motherfucker down there, I think it's Charleston, South Carolina, shot everybody in that white person shot everybody in that motherfucking church. There was some white people that was on social media saying that he was wrong, but there was a lot of white people on social media said that he had a mental problem. But we as a black people sit here and down talk, ridicule, talk shit about our own race. We ain't never gonna ever be one. How can we expect for white folks to consider us as one? We can't consider ourselves one. We're not united at all. Period. This right here just completely showed us how divided we are amongst each other. Not them, not the world, our race. Because every white person is sitting back looking like, look at them. They can't even come together. Everybody in this motherfucker know that Will was wrong. Everybody. We all know that shit, right? Why we gotta sit here and say the shit? Yeah, we know the nigga wrong, but let's check out this man's mental first. Oh, something definitely could have happened. Yeah, Chris Rock shit never got slapped. Understand? Got you. But at the end of the day, why are we ridiculing this man for some shit that we'll do? The question I ask you. Say I'm up on stage, right? And I'm joking, right? And then I know that J-Rock got a health issue going, but yet I poke fun at J-Rock's health issue. You as the husband, you not gonna take offense to that?
No, big time.
My point. So why are we ridiculing this man? Because he doing exactly what a husband's supposed to do. Sometimes people, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, a motherfucker can say something to you and it don't register right away. Motherfucker be like, oh man, your mama got have one leg, and oh man, your mama got one leg and she walk around like this. Hold up, bitch ass nigga, what? Mm-hmm. Am I wrong about that? Is that true? Hasn't that happened?
No, that's how.
Where somebody you didn't know that a motherfucker was disrespected, like it didn't register right in your head, right? Help me out here. You know what I'm saying? This nigga shot us stupid.
What do you do?
He laughing. But no, I just want to know. I just seriously, on a serious note, I'm not here to debate because it mentally tore me up this week. I feel bad for all parties, not just Will, not just Chris Rock, and not just Jada. All parties. At the end of the day, my big issue is why are we attacking each other in the public, man? Why? We are never. I mean, you got celebrities talking about, and if this was me, I would have did this. You don't know what you would have done in that situation. No. Chris Rock is still trying to progress.
What happened?
What the hell just happened? I'm pretty sure Will had to sit down and progress. What the hell just happened? See, everybody talking about, oh man, how you gonna come on? You just got through slapping the motherfucker, but then you come on here and you crying. It's called conviction, niggas. Am I not? Like, people be convicted, they cry. But when you snap, you don't know what the fuck you doing. Mm-hmm. Until after a while, you being convicted. Like in your heart. You sit there and you think that he really wanted to go out there and slap him? At that moment, he looking like, hold on, nigga, hold on, what the fuck? Rage immediately took over. It happens. All the time. I just don't get it. I don't get it why us as a race cannot stick together. Even when even when we know that it's wrong. We know that it's bad. We get that. Right? Like, I mean, we all get that. Like, nobody's not saying that Will was wrong. Hell, Will not even saying that he was right in the situation. Will sat there and said I was completely wrong.
And I don't think he knew. I still think he was like in that mindset of not knowing what just happened for real. Because when he apologized, when he got his speech, when he got to get his trophy and stuff, when he apologized, he never mentioned Chris. He kind of just was like, because at that moment he still was like, he still was like, fuck Chris.
He still. I feel you. Mm-hmm. I feel him. Because I'm not finna. Listen, man. We all have snapped out. I snapped out before. You know what I'm saying? Did hurt somebody. Did not want to hurt them. And I was convicted. And I immediately was like, in my mind, crying. Out loud in my room, crying. Just because I didn't do it on television does not mean we be convicted as a whole. Right. So I'm not saying show this man slack. What I'm saying is understand behind all the glitz and glam, all the fucking money you got, all the movies, like we just named off his accolades, how he's an amazing artist, period, all the way around the world. I mean, all around the entertainment business.
That guy never showed.
Understand, under all of that shit, if you stab Will Smith, he's gonna bleed. If you shoot Will Smith in the head, he's gonna die. Guess what that means, motherfuckers? He's a human. Everybody makes a motherfucking mistake. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, that Will, like you just said, everybody said he's been doing this for years, and he can just, I just brush it, just smile. After a while, that smile gonna turn into something completely different. If you all did not notice and look in Will's face, that look is a look of hurt. So if I'm Chris Rock, I'm gonna say this. If I'm Chris Rock, and I'm gonna get off because I don't want to waste my energy on this no more. If I'm Chris Rock, Maybe he's trying to do exactly what I would think to do. Maybe he's trying to process it in his head and say, you know what, that slap was not for me. What is the real problem here, Will?
It's the root.
We let's figure that out. Because in behind all of that in his eyes, you seen hurt and anger. That's over 30 years. Like, preach. Your salary is nowhere near Will's. Because of your salary is nowhere near Will's. My salary is nowhere near Will's. We deal with just regular life problems. Like Biggie Small says, more money, more problems. That man has to deal with the world.
Yeah.
To talk shit about you and your family for years. Years, dog. Like, are we not really thinking about that? We just thinking about what the action took. This man has been taking shit for the last 30 years, not from motherfucking just comedians, but the world. And yes, I read the book. And in the book, he's explained that he felt like a bitch because he's seen his pops beat his mama's ass and couldn't do shit. So again, as a father and as a husband, you have to protect, and he hasn't done that. He is at his breaking point. So now let's find out, Will. Now that you broke, now that I always explain our lives, not explaining it to you too, preach. That I always explain my life, and I think about people's lives as champagne bottles. All right. You shake a champagne bottle up and you pop the cork, what's going to happen? That champagne is going to spray all over the place, out of control, correct? Mm-hmm. Our lives are just like that. It just takes somebody, whatever, to pop that cork. And we just going to lose complete control. And then once we lose the control, now we got to try to fill our bottle back up with positivity. Just focus on it, man.
And I'll say this. You're 100% right with everything that you said, AB. Powerful statements. But I think it is, at the end of the day, Jada Pinkett is still a black queen. She's still one of us. However, I think when we, in these situations, like I said, especially when you have a relationship in the public eye, right? The reason that we're so divided is because they're a public relationship, right?
Yeah. So
I think that
still no excuse for us to be divided as a whole, as a race.
Absolutely. It's not, but let's talk about reasons, right? It's not an excuse. Let's speak about, like saying, the reasons why. Like you said, he has problems over 30 years. Like you say, he has the weight of the world on his shoulders.
It's 30 plus years. This
30 plus.
This shit stemmed from his childhood.
From his childhood, all of that. Like I said, and that should not be ignored. That should not be glanced over or skimmed over. However, I think the low-hanging fruit that we all are reaching about is his relationship with Jada that's in the public eye, right? And that talks about like our health inside our relationships, inside our relationships between black men and black women. And what I think happened that night, like you said, that what AB said, it was powerful. We looked in his eyes, and what Small Talk said as well. We looked in his face, it was something real there. It was real hurt. It was real anger there. And I think Jada did a horrible job of protecting him. It's our job.
Absolutely.
It's our job to protect
absolutely
our black women.
I'm glad you went there. I was about to.
And our queens. It's our job to protect them, but it's also their job to cover us, protect us as well. Mm-hmm. I think black women don't understand how powerful that you really are.
Yeah.
Let me correct. You think black women don't understand how powerful they are?
I think black women don't understand how powerful they are in that dynamic, in those type of dynamics.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because
one correct me if you're finna go there. One, if you console me, because the other video floated around where she was just laughing about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. After he,
we here. We
so
there.
Right, we on the same place, and I'm not gonna take too much time because
no, we on there.
Do your thing.
Because if you want to take the whole thing, right? There were rumors. Let's go back from the beginning, and then we're gonna circle right back to this. I'm gonna make it quick. At the beginning, there were rumors about Jada Pinkett and
Tupac.
Or let's go back to the latest thing. Let's go back that deep. Jada Pinkett Ackles, I've seen her, right?
Yeah.
And she publicly denied them, put out press statements and all of that type of stuff. Just to go around and do a red table talk just to admit to him. Right. And then drag that man on into public media and have him be the laughing stock of everything. And then just to make comments a couple of months later about this sexual performance in the bedroom. Things like that. Talking about
Will's sexual performance.
Yeah, Will's sexual performance in the bedroom.
Just want everybody to know that.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of that. So, in that moment at the Oscars, right, us as black men, the things that we deal with on our shoulders, the things that we go through, we becoming raised very, very quickly. And Tyrus, you can speak to this because you're a happily married man. A gentle squeeze of your hand. It's about you. This ain't about him. Babe, this is about you.
Get it?
Don't worry about him.
Got you.
Go up there and inspect that.
Yep.
She did not cover him
at all.
Yeah.
At all. Even before that, by doing a public ridicule, to go out there and deny this, and they make a Twitter statement that says, "We need to have a red table talk to air out the grievances." You monetize the situation.
Yeah.
You talking about
the August Alsina situation? I'm sorry, make that like that. Let's say even before that.
I thought you were talking about the Chris Rock. Okay.
All of that.
Gotcha.
So what I'm saying is, she did a terrible job of covering him.
Yeah.
Like it's our job to protect our women physically and emotionally, but it's their job to protect us emotionally as well. Don't put us in a position where we got to do that.
Yes.
And I was gonna go there, but
1,000%.
You know, I know you mentioned that we want to talk about protect black women. We did that already, okay? And yes, we need to protect our black women, but like you say, preach. They know that. You know what I'm saying? It's we say it so much that we supposed to just sit back and not get protected ourselves, and it ain't right. When you look at it, yes, Will been dealing with his own demons, his own trauma, But when you add they relationship business to the table, it probably outweighs his own. He probably can control himself, but he can't control that everybody know his business in this house. I feel like Jada, and I always respected Jada, but when you think about it, if it wasn't for Jada,
she light skinned. Go ahead.
If it wasn't for Jada,
light skinned girl's the devil. I'm just playing light skinned girl.
All his business wouldn't be out there.
Facts.
The Red Table Talk, okay, that's a good show, but she talk about a lot of stuff that happened in their home.
Absolutely.
That's when you open up a door that nobody wants to. That you not like. She opened that door. Right. Did she tell him, "Hey, I'm finna do this"?
Let me interject. Rule number 1. In everybody's household as a kid, what your parents tell you, do not say whatever goes on in this household.
Exactly, correct.
Rule number 1.
Okay, I just want to put that out there. Yeah, go ahead.
And it's like ever since she started opening her mouth about their relationship, most, besides Jay-Z and Beyonce when they had the incident in the elevator, don't nobody know about what they do. But ever since then, you ain't hear shit.
You never will.
But that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But she wants to put for her content. That's her content. Right. For her content, she talk about people and relationships, and this is what me and Will do. Hey, I ain't tell you to say all that.
Now, nothing is wrong with saying that because you can put stuff into perspective.
Yeah.
But for you to go and put the little swinger shit out there.
But for years though, he been
got pineapples on the front door type shit. Which, by the way, I just found out that pineapples on the front porch or whatever means that they're swingers. So if you all notice that,
like a real pineapple, like the actual fruit,
it's like a if they just got like a pineapple picture on the door, it means that they're swingers.
I'm finna go around some neighborhoods.
That's crazy.
I'm finna ride some neighborhoods.
Threw me off, but yeah, no, right.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm sorry if I'm interjecting, but I'm gonna say this, man. This is my biggest analogy about like with Jada and Will and black women and how powerful they are with protecting our queens. If anybody plays chess, the object of the game is to get the king. But who's the most powerful and most versatile piece on that board? It's the queen.
Facts.
It's that for a reason.
Protect.
It's to protect and provide. It's a movie. Everybody's seen the movie 300 with the Spartans and all of that, right? It was the scene at the beginning, right before he kicked them in the hole. That famous scene where he kicked them in the hole. This is Sparta, and kicked him in the hole.
Kicked his ass with the front.
Right in the hole, right? Bing. Before he did that, a lot of people who didn't watch the movie didn't notice that. He looked back at his queen before he did that. Mm-hmm. And his queen was the one that gave him a nod of approval for everything. So for black women and white women as well, but especially in our black community, because we've been divided. I remember just getting back into this dating world. Like, I feel like, man, black women and black men beefing. Do we not like each other besides the parts that we got to offer? Like, for real. But understand how powerful that you really are. Like, at the end of the day, we are the head, we are the leader. But understand how powerful you are protecting your king, man.
Facts.
Don't be Jada. And what I'm saying is be Jada as far as like your personal pursuits.
Yeah, don't be her,
don't be Jada.
Yeah, no. Like,
don't.
And it's probably some women like, well, she didn't tell him to go up there.
That's true.
But it's still though, like,
that's true.
I mean, like, if she seen him, she could have easily just like, hey.
Yeah.
And like you say, that touch, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a seat. But I'm gonna say it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then some women, they do be like, yeah, I want my man to protect me. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, get in front. Yeah, do all that. But then you gotta understand that he gonna have to face this afterwards. Not you.
Yep.
He's facing that, and they gonna look at you like, oh, he was protecting you, so yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about it.
Listen, if my man's didn't get no head from the back,
man,
that night.
And this is my thing, right? I've talked to a man from the bike.
You know what I'm saying? You better lick my ball. You better slide them under my motherfucking legs like you about to work on the car.
You hear me?
God damn
And
it.
on a big scene like that,
Man.
And I've talked to several black women about this situation, right? And they said like they never would have let their man do that on that stage. However, if they would have called Chris Rock at the after party, if he would have called, like, they wouldn't have said nothing. They'd have let it happen. They wouldn't go. So I say that to say, like, black women protect the kings, right? Stop. No, this ain't the time.
Yeah.
Holler at them later. If a guy ain't gonna listen to nobody else, if he's in tune with this woman, he gonna listen to her.
Let me interject. Let me play devil's advocate. All right, because that whole scene, things happen quick, fast. You know what I'm saying?
I can't snap.
you can't snap for real.
Oh man, it's all bad.
I know you looked impressed when I did this.
Okay, like, damn. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
But you know things happen quick, fast.
Yeah.
I'm with you all 1,000% on the black women do need to come for us, and a lot of black women do. But you know, then you got the ones that just like light skinned women that like.
I'm sorry, it's not a wide generalization. Please don't get me wrong. But go ahead, bro.
So it might have happened too fast for her to grab him. You know what I'm saying?
I know they wasn't like close. You know, she was so like where you is, and you know, because
what we seen was, and then him walking up the stage. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see him getting out the chair, so we don't know if she was like, hey, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't do it like that. We didn't see that.
Yeah. But
we did see her laugh after he smacked her.
I ain't gonna lie, I got a theory, cause
I got a theory too.
I feel like.
Good.
I'm gonna just say it, and then we can just go back to serious.
I got a theory right after this. And then we can go to mental.
I'm thinking. All right, look, Will was laughing, right? Will laugh, ha ha ha. He look at her, she ain't laughing. Oh shit, she called me laughing. Let me act like. You know what I'm saying? So think about like if I ain't in a good relationship with my wife no more, right? And somebody just joned on, I'm laughing like. But I want to put on this front that I ain't cool with that. But shit, she caught me. Oh shit, she caught me. I got to do something now. You know, that's my theory. Like she caught him laughing. Oh shit, I gotta go do something. I gotta redeem this laugh that I just did. You know what I'm saying? But it could not be that. I just thought about it.
Here's my theory. How we know this shit ain't no motherfucking
roll out
fix? Okay, because the thing is like, all right.
He do got a comedy show coming.
He probably hit like Chris. We all know Chris Rock and Will have been in the same television show, around each other.
Oh yeah, big time.
Pictures, we seen that. So what if he was like, "Hey, Will, you've been taking a lot of shit for some years, brother. How about I'll make a sacrifice." We do it on the biggest stage because the Oscars is like the Super Bowl to the actors.
Yeah, that's big time.
So I take a good little smack on the face, because if you look at it, like you saying he wanted to put his all might, I don't think he put his whole might in. Will actually pulled that slap. It was like a little.
Oh, he got 4 fingers at least, but it wasn't. That ain't no good slap. He didn't get that.
It probably was like 2, like the ring finger and the pinky. But he was like, "No, I take a slap from you." And that gives people say, okay, and then you get on your little keep my wife names out your fucking mouth, and then people are like, okay, we're not gonna talk about his wife no more. We can talk about Will, but let's not talk about his wife. Yeah,
that was dangerous though.
Because
they feel like that on that was one of Will's biggest moments.
I get that. That's
like
the point.
Like being nominated and actually winning.
That's the point.
So it's like, but they trying to take it back from him now.
They not trying to come on.
That's what they saying. They trying to do.
And then they try to pull that bullcrap. Oh, we totally leave. You didn't tell. If you wanted that nigga to leave, you could have security escort this motherfucker up out of here.
He definitely
we would stop this whole fucking show. Get your ass up out of here, because they escorted Kanye West's ass the fuck up out of there. And all he did is just go on stage and said, "Hey, Taylor Swift, that was cool, but Beyonce got the greatest album of all time." This nigga literally put his hands on somebody.
Do you think that moment outshined that moment?
What, Will smacking the shit?
Will smack.
Hell yeah.
Kanye approaching Taylor Swift.
Hell yeah. You know why? Because these are two moguls.
It's close, ain't it?
Oh, I said that right. Moguls.
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 You got it close.
These are two moguls of the game. You know what I'm saying? These and that's another thing. That's another thing. If it wasn't Chris Rock, it wouldn't be as big of a talk as it is now.
I see both you guys' perspectives as far as like your theories, right?
Do you have one?
No, my theory kind of falls in the middle of both of them. Like, I don't have like my specific theory, because for you, it's like what I said on a serious note. It's like what I said was like, he saw his wife and he was like, you know what? I can't do this again. I got to do something. I can't be the face of emasculation. But also what I said was, too, he's the best actors on the planet. Yeah. And like you said, it's like, you know what, man? Like, I'll be the sacrificial lamb. Now we know he ain't gonna mess. We ain't gonna talk about his wife no more and all that. He did pull that doggone slap. It wasn't no like.
It was like one of them quick ones.
I'm gonna say this, man. Like,
we done punched some motherfuckers.
I ain't the toughest guy in the world, but people know how I go. Like, look here, I done smacked my fair few. Like, I ain't finna pull. I'm not gonna do that.
He literally pulled that motherfucker.
He pulled it. So it's like he wanted to be real enough where we knew it, but he also didn't want to knock his teeth out his mouth either. And
then look at it like this. Like, low key, Chris Rock did lean into that motherfucker.
I feel like if it wasn't real, I feel like he thought Will was coming up there to say something to him.
Come on,
like which.
And then also, man, like
that's why his face went.
And then the visceral reaction as far as like when Chris Rock started stuttering and all that type of stuff like this. Mm-hmm. If we playing right now, and I come punch AB in the face, it's still gonna hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though we planned it, he's still gonna be like, dang. Even if he punched me, he's still gonna be like, no, we gonna be talking like it's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be a visceral reaction. Like, you're gonna stutter a little bit, you're gonna be disheveled a little bit.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, it's a bunch of different theories with that, guys.
And we'll be back after these messages. Hey, you're now tuned in to the two coolest laid back cuzzos of the podcast industry. I am AB.
And I'm Small Talking. This is
Podcast Mondays.
This podcast is for those who want to catch a good positive vibe. Hey, cuzzo, what we be on, man?
Man, we talking about relationships, empowerment, black culture issues, and other topics people do not touch. Man, we here to keep it real.
100%. You can find us on Apple Podcasts,
YouTube, or wherever you can find your podcast. And we're back.
Yes, sir.
Let's get back to a serious note.
Yeah.
There's so many ways that we could have took this whole situation that we did. You know what I'm saying? We talked about what we would have did if it was the situation was to happen. To me, nothing would have happened. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do in this situation. I would just probably, I'd probably been either Will. I couldn't say that I wouldn't go out there and slap him. If I was Chris, I couldn't say I couldn't say I would have punched him, even though he did ball his hand up. But in that situation, we couldn't. I wouldn't know what to do. Also, we talked about protecting our black women. I like the fact that Preach. I like how you also put on it like we need to be protected as well.
Protect our black men.
Protect our black people. Period. How about that? So now let's get into this mental health part because as I said earlier, if you looked at his eyes, you seen a person of hurt. Now we were saying it. Chris Rock is the sacrificial lamb. I definitely agree. I hate the fact that he is the sacrificial lamb, but at the end of the day, it could be the littlest thing that's going on with you, and then that's when you got to start thinking like, okay, I need help. All right. Hopefully that Will gets the therapy that he needs because that's what he needs. He's hurt, and for all I know is, rest in peace to Heath Ledger. Rest in peace to Robin Williams. One of the greatest actors at what they do passed away from suicide. And what they do, they made people laugh. You know what I'm saying? They always kept a smile on their face, especially Robin Williams. Like Robin Williams, like I don't even think now one movie he did that was serious. It's always either a Disney movie or he just did Flubbers, most stuff. Just some good comedy stuff. And he was a stand-up comedian. Exactly.
I saw him do one serious movie.
What was that?
5 Hour Photo or something like that.
Okay, I never seen that.
Yeah,
but
nice movie.
But to get to what I'm saying is that what I seen, because I deal with it, was hurt, depressed, and angry. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of it in one. And his wife, on the other hand, is not making it no better. Like she's, and I hope that what she said on her, like she said that, okay, now it's a place of healing. Okay, well, guess what? You are the reason why he's not healing. So if you know that, stop doing what you're doing. It's not for content. This is real life.
Yeah.
Because this man, who do Will fuck with? Let's just be real. Who do he fuck with? Who do he fuck with in the industry? When have you ever seen Will Smith just haul off and just, I'm gonna fuck with that nigga today? Have you seen it? Mm-mm. So this man is doing, all he want to do is love, be happy, and be a great father and a husband. I hope my man's get the help that he need, but he's definitely dealing with a lot of depression, man, and hurt from his past. And I mean that's what I'm gonna say on it is I hope that he able to just go from that, man. Like what y'all seen on television is what people actually look like when they snap. I was there before. I honestly couldn't wholeheartedly feel and show empathy in how he was, in what he was going through. I can put myself on that stage with him because it's like when I did it, I didn't know what the hell happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I knew then. I was like, okay, I need to go away because if I don't, I can hurt somebody. I can hurt myself, or I can hurt whoever's around me that didn't deserve it. I'm not gonna say Chris Rock deserved it. I'm not gonna say he didn't deserve it. I'm saying but at the end of the day, it still was done. So now that we know that Will is human and he's dealing with some mental health problems, fuck the movies, Will. Go get yourself help. Because that's exactly what you need. And as Jada, as his wife, I hope that she say, you know what?
Comfort him.
Comfort. Because a lot of women don't do that. A lot of women, correct me if I'm wrong, if you snap, a lot of women say, you crazy. Or a lot of people say, you crazy. It ain't that I'm crazy. It's that, nigga, I'm tired of you either fucking with me or I got some shit going on. And I don't know no other way to express it. Right?
That's right. And so my part on it, we talk about a lot of, mental health stuff. Depression is like top. But what we don't talk about is people that suffer from rage. Okay,
that stems from a lot of depression.
I know, but it's like it's not its own category. You know, it's under something. But we need to, like this. I feel like this here, you know, he suffered from rage.
Right.
You know, like blacking out and not knowing what happened. That's like rage. You know what I'm saying? And we seen this on national TV. He might have these episodes at home. You know, we don't know that. We're not at his house. He might snap and
right.
You know, he might be downstairs just going off. You know, about what he's seeing on. Cause I'm pretty sure he on the internet all the time about, you know, looking. He might be the type of person that look at comments and shit. So he might suffer from rage, but it's outside of him. It's just like a person in itself, woman, man. Some people really suffer from rage.
Yeah,
where it's like they, you know, my son doing it now at 5 years old. Like if he can't get his way, or you know, some people don't grow out of that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get your way, or it's something, you know, you watch movies all the time. I'm watching just a Disney movie called Red or something like that. Something going red or something like that. But it's this little girl. She every time like people talk about her, she just go ah, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that happens a lot. Like people get bullied. He got bullied a lot in his career, so he got a lot to rage from. So I like your analogy on like the bottle and the cork, and you explode. Like some people can hold in so much, and it takes that one little thing. Oh, you talking about my wife? That might have been just nothing compared to what he really, you know, what really made him snap. We won't know.
Let me interject that one because, or it could have been. Has there ever been time where, and it has happened to me recently, where you might have joked with somebody, and that that joke could have been harmless, like a little stupid ass little joke, like, "Oh, nigga, your birthday, bitch ass nigga, fuck you." You know what I'm saying? Like you be like, "Damn,
yeah,
I was joking." You know what I'm saying? So that might not have been. We don't know what the fuck happened before that nigga came to the.
You know what his day was like,
right? Or we don't know what he's dealing with. Goes back to what I'm saying. Like, let's not ridicule this, man. Let's figure out what it is. All right, Will, you did what you did. Okay, cool. We know that you completely fucking wrong. You shouldn't have put your hands on him. Let's figure it out.
Oh, and I guess my take on it is, right, all we can do is really speculate because we really don't know what's really going on in this head and all of that type of stuff. Yeah. So all we can do is kind of like pick the low-hanging fruit, which is what's presented in front of us, which is
but what we go there from a person that knows what anger and hurt looks like. I can see that.
Yeah, absolutely, it's there. So,
and we know he's acting, but that wasn't acting.
The reason that we know that it's there,
yeah.
The reason that we know
because it's the August Alsina.
It's August Alsina and Jada Pickett and all of that. Tupac too. That's
Tupac. That motherfucker.
That's actually funny. Like I saw a meme that said, "I'm not impressed. Tupac would have shot him." I saw that meme too.
I wonder if Keep Your Head Up was for Will.
See what I'm saying? Wow. but seriously, that's actually funny as hell. But like seriously, like we could just pick what we know. And I think the one thing that we do agree about as black people, I haven't seen anybody really stray away from that premise, is that Jada hasn't been the best in the public eye.
No.
Now, what they do behind their closed doors, we don't know.
Right.
But what we know in the public eye is damn bad.
Right.
Yeah, we know too much.
We know too much. Like
we know way
and people
too
try
much.
To justify, like, even the sexual comments, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I didn't know him in the bedroom, like he was born, like stuff like that. Like it's just too much for us to know. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing for Will Smith to publicly bring August Alsina in, help that man with his mental health issues, all of that type of stuff.
But you're right.
Bring him in.
Bring him in.
He participated in all of that type of stuff.
Yep.
And then for you to deny the rumors about what was going on in the public eye. Now, you may have knew about it before, but you went out there and denied it.
Jada, right?
Jada.
Okay.
Yeah, Jada went out there and denied it. Just to say, you know what, let's have a red table talk.
Just for her content.
And then get on this mug and embarrass that man and call it a motherfucking entanglement.
And my man sitting there crying.
Yeah,
Red eyes.
He has to, every meme, that's what I'm saying. People have to understand.
absolutely.
I'm glad you said that. Every time this man see a meme of him crying, that is a trigger.
Right.
Every time he remembers that day.
Especially a man,
Like, bro, it could be the littlest.
Being a man.
I've made a meme with him. I coach Little League football. Everybody, all our viewers, like we done beat a team. I done put the Will Smith red eye meme on somebody's face before. Like, so I can see that it can be triggering.
Man, I'm glad you said that because, it be the littlest things, bro, that triggers me. This is the world. Like, dude, people understand this, man. This is what I mean by empathy, bro. Like, it's the world. It could be, like you said, football. Y'all lost. Oh, we got the Will Smith meme. That's cool. Matthew Dickey's blah, 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 lose. But when Will Smith see that, he don't see Matthew Dickey, boom, 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 boom. He see the entanglement. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to take ourselves out.
If it wasn't for Jada.
Point. But what I'm saying is, again, we have to take ourselves out of the fact that he should never did that. We have to look at what is the root for you even to get to this point.
Exactly. And let me say this, and let me interject, AB. I'm gonna say this about a lot of women that a lot of women and some men as well. I ain't gonna put this on all women. When they say that, you know what, you can't bring up August Alsina, they was broken up and all that type of stuff. It's not about what she could do while they were broken up. It was the way that she brought it to the public. Let's keep this thing in perspective, everybody.
Yep.
At the end of the day, even though from Will, it wouldn't happen with me. I bought you in and you repay me by digging out my wife. I'm coming at your neck. That's a whole different thing. So let's keep it what people try to justify it. They were broken up. They were open. Whatever you want to call it, they were broken up, separated, whatever. They can do what they want to do. It's not about that. It's about how Jada presented it to the public. She presented it to the public, like you said, small talk, for her content. She denied it. And it's like, you know what? This is too juicy. Let's put it on Red Table Talk. We could have been like, you know what? This is a private matter. Me and my husband going to handle this internally. We ask that you respect our privacy. You could have done it like that. But no, you drug him on a goddamn Red Table Talk, had this grown-ass man with tears welled up in his eyes as you talked about a goddamn entanglement with your goddamn son's partner. They same goddamn age, as you lied to the public and said that you wasn't fucking with him. And we saw you on the red carpet. Even a goddamn picture with Queen Latifah looking at y'all like, hold on, this motherfucker's a little too happy. All of that type of stuff. It's embarrassing as a man.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I'm getting passionate about that shit, but don't do that.
Yeah.
Let's keep it in perspective. If they were, we know that we all are intelligent human beings. We're all intelligent individuals. Yeah. We know when they're separated, they're on the verge of divorce. She can do whatever the hell or whatever the fuck she wants to do.
Right.
But don't drag my name in public.
Man, some things are better left unsaid.
Unsaid. You could, like I said, you could have just said, you know what? This is a private matter. Me and my husband are handling this internally.
Facts.
We ask that you respect our wishes. But no, you waited till they got built up. You denied it till they got juicy enough and said, you know what? We need healing. Let's bring it to a real red table talk.
We need content.
And then Will Smith was and I think that's why people are like dragging Will a little bit. Will, you should never brought your ass on there, but you love your wife so fucking much, you drug your ass on there and did that shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm off my soapbox.
No, you're good. I feel like, from this show, I don't want to seem like we turn Jada down, but it's like this is like a wake up call for women.
Turn her ass up, small talk.
Yeah, I know. But it's like I want any women that listen to see the mistake that happened here. If you got a good relationship going on, keep it there. Like, keep that between y'all. Don't get people all in your business, because most men keep their business private unless they talking to their boy, like somebody they trust. But I'm talking as far as Facebook and Instagram, and you know what I'm saying. Like, if you talk to your friends about your man, okay, but when you can't put that out in the public, man. It ain't their business, cause if you become big and you are this figure, you know what I'm saying, then your business gonna be out there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You might not be big now, but you might pop and go viral on Instagram or Facebook. Now all of a sudden your damn business is all out there from 2 years ago when you put all your business out. And they now only thing they think about when they see Jada, they asking her questions about her relationship because she opened that door. So now everybody when she still could be pushing it off, but she don't. You know what I'm saying? When they see Jada, question about you and Will. Another scene seeing Jada, hey, question about you and Will.
And her ass will sit there and answer.
You know what I'm saying? Keep y'all doors closed, man. So for all of y'all listening, men and women, just keep y'all doors closed. You see what can happen. You know.
I want to say one last thing here. I just want y'all to know how much power Will Smith has in the industry. Ever since the entanglement shit, where's August Alstina?
I ain't heard from him.
He had a song.
Man. He had a song about it.
One song.
Leave my dude.
I'm just saying, where's he at now? That's all I'm saying.
He's in the studio.
Just goes to show.
He in somebody's guts.
Just go. He's all up in Jada guts. See.
I do got an end quote.
Oh, let me say this one. Let me say this one again, and then you could go ahead and do your end.
All right, cool.
I want people to understand my passion is, please do not take my passion as me being angry.
Say it again.
Please don't take my passion as me being angry. When I said what I said, and I mean this, we as a black culture have to stop down talking our black culture in the public. We are never going to get nowhere, ever. That's white people are looking at us and just laughing. And when they see hands, just because black people talk with their hands, they just see two gorillas in a cage fighting. That's what they see. I mean that.
On that, because I don't want to go longer, but we say that a lot. Like, we should just do it for ourselves and not do it for what I know from beginning we always want to be accepted by the white people. But we need to focus on us. Like, just we don't need to do stuff for them. We need to do stuff for us.
It's not for them. It's for us to be united as one.
Yeah, but I just want us to stop, like, mentioning when the white folks see us. I want it to be more like when we see us, you know. And you saying both, but I want us to just stop saying for the white people. Like, let them be them, and let us be us. But we have to represent ourselves in a way that we love each other. Cause we do love each other, but it just don't show.
I don't know, cause I don't think we love each other like that. It's the ratio we went through this. The ratio of black on black crime is way higher than white on white crime.
Then when you talk to relationships, like I said, man, sometimes I feel like black women and black men are beefing. Like, do we really like each other outside of the body part?
I agree with that.
Do we like each other outside the body parts?
That could be another show, because that's the truth.
That is another show. I actually was telling somebody that, like, when women,
why do we beef with our black women?
And why do they beef with us?
And the thing is that it's like we can never come to an agreement. Y'all some dogs. Y'all some hoes. Like, it can never come to an agreement.
When you think about it,
dogs, y'all hoes.
Yeah. When you think about it, women when they talking women, when they talking women, they talking about men.
Exactly.
9 times out of 10, when women are in the huddle talking, they talking about men.
Facts.
What he do? Why would he do that? Blah, 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 blah. And they talking about men. I don't know why men be doing this. They do this and do this and do this and do that and do that. And then what we do is the same.
We in a prayer circle. We're not doing that.
This nigga trying to give out the formula. You know?
Okay, I ain't gonna say shit.
The formula.
But I know that we do kind of like, you know.
But it's I do that is true though, because that's something we can talk about.
Yeah,
because
we
it's
want
like,
to save it.
because it's like why do we do that? Like, why are we never going to see eye to eye? But again, that goes to what I'm saying. And I don't have white Facebook, because I always say there's a black Facebook, there's a white Facebook, there's an Asian Facebook, there's a
because culturally our issues are different.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I don't. I from some of the white people on my page, I don't really see them talk about their white folks.
They don't at all
like that.
I've got a page where it's like I gotta pay. I feel like a lot of the white people that followed me unfollowed me because like ever since we've been doing this show, definitely. I've been on some real black shit. You know what I'm saying?
You got a whole tattoo on your fucking arm.
Yeah, no. Like I've been a dance teacher for years. Most of the kids I taught was white.
You didn't unfollow you for real?
Huh?
You didn't unfollow?
I don't see them on my page no more. Yeah. Like I don't see them commenting no more, no likes. I feel like they did. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of like disappeared. Like once I stopped teaching their kids.
Oh my God, we didn't know Smile Talk was a racist.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure because they support me like crazy. So I know they listened to this show before.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Like, I'm feeling comfortable now.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, it is what it is.
Let's go. End quote, because we out of
here. End quote.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Episode 84. Make
sure y'all subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, all that good shit.
Go ahead, because I'll do the end quote.
Oh, what you laughing about?
Oh, you got a serious end quote?
Yeah, it's an end quote.
Hold on, before you send your end quote, I'm gonna say this. Hey y'all, use y'all PTO time, man. These jobs don't care about y'all.
That's a fact.
Hey man.
Don't work. Stop working for them.
I used mine yesterday.
Hey, look here, man. It's a good start to the week. Let it go. If you don't feel like going to work on Monday, don't go.
Exactly.
Use your sick time.
I think we really need to get like 3 off days.
3 off days.
Like either Friday or Monday.
Yeah.
And we just start.
Everybody needs some mental break.
Before I let Small Talk AB give y'all the serious stuff, let me tell you right now. Call off.
Facts.
Use your call off. Hey, look, if you want to go on lunch,
king of calling off.
King of calling off, baby.
Use your whole hour for your lunch.
Right.
But clock back in on time. I'm trying to get no points. We go ahead.
This is episode 84 Podcast Mondays. Because the Bluzzo got the end quote. Let's get it.
All right. Hopefully y'all last this long. I know it's a long episode. Thank you. Thanks again for listening. For sure. So, just based off what happened today and what we talked about today, the big homie Denzel pulled Will to the side and said these words: "At your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you." So, yeah,
it's a fact. Say it again, cause
at your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you.
Happy Monday, happy week. Y'all be great. Whatever y'all didn't get accomplished last week, accomplish it this week. Y'all be safe. We out of here.
Peace.